Welcome to Pandora's Playpen, and I'm your host, Pandora. Tonight we're going to review Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 9, Episode 12, The Last Scene. This scene opens up with Destiny preparing Nell's bachelor party event, and Trish is the first to arrive in her Forever 21 dress. I wish she would just properly dress for the occasions. It's always a miss for her. Moving on. As she comes in, her and Destiny greet each other. Destiny offers her a cocktail, and Trish lets Destiny know she's not drinking tonight. Destiny responds with, "Why? Because you keep showing out?" Trisha says she doesn't remember, but that's what they tell me. And then Destiny's like, "What do you mean you don't remember?" And Trisha says, "No, they said I showed out at my event, so I'm not going to drink." She said, "Unlike you, the last time we seen each other, you were showing out at your event." Destiny's basically asking her, "What do you mean?" Like, she's shocked. And Trisha tells her when Nell said that she wanted Sonny to be invited to the party and that she didn't have any beef with Sonny, Destiny got upset and she told Nell that she would have to reevaluate her friendship with her because of her wanting Sonny to attend an event that she's hosting for her. Even though, Destiny, you're the host, it's still Nell's party. But moving on. So they're standing there talking, drinking, staring at the plastic on the floor and the two half-naked people in the corner. Kimmy arrives. And when she gets out of her Jeep, she seems like she's struggling a little bit. Her energy feels 100% off, at least coming across camera. She doesn't seem like her normal self. Her demeanor is just different. Kimmy walks in and she greets everyone. And they're standing there talking, and Tisha walks in directly behind Kimmy. And we haven't seen Tisha in a few episodes. She's been with her mom, celebrating her mom's birthday in Vegas from what the Instagram streets say. And Destiny sees Tisha. She walks over and gives her a little slimy shimmy and gives her a fake ass hug. Next, Mel arrives, and the energy in the whole entire room shifts. It went from smiles and laughter and everybody talking to side eyes and quietness. Mel greets everybody when she comes in and is like, "Hey y'all, what y'all doing?" Destiny offers Mel a drink as she's crossing the room to sit in her chair, and Melody declines and lets the group know that she won't be there long. As Mel is crossing the floor, I caught her looking down at the plastic on the floor, and Kimmy's like, we're going to paint. And Mel's like, "But I'm not going to be here long because I have plans with my kiddos." At that time, Tisha puts her 2 cents in and says, "Oh, she doesn't want to drink and paint because she has all white on." "Ma'am, you're wearing all white. Mel just has a white top on." But moving on. Everybody is sitting down, staring at Mel awkwardly. Mel's just holding her own and smiling as usual, just giving complete boss energy like nobody in this room is going to knock me off my square. Again, Destiny offers Mel another drink. She declines and she repeats that she will not be staying long, that she has plans with her kids tonight. And Mel's like, "Kimmy, Tisha, since both of you are here, we should talk." And at that moment, when Mel is saying that, Kimmy is also saying to Trisha, asking her if she talked to Mel yet. And Trisha's like, no, I haven't talked to her. And Mel's like, well, Trisha, do you have a problem with me? And Trisha's like, no, I don't have a problem. And I'm paraphrasing here. And just like a little kid, Trisha like stammers and stutters whenever she's telling a lie. It's not direct eye contact. She looks down at the floor and she stumbles over her words a lot. And I feel like that's her tell of when she's lying. So when Mel asks her, do you have a problem with me? She stutters and stammers over her words and says no. And Kimmy's like sitting right next to Trisha, stirring that pot. And she's like, I'm surprised you said no. And Mel's like, Trisha, basically, Kimmy brought the bone to me that you have a problem with me and you said that I was messy. Mel lets Trisha know that Kimmy told her that she felt like she was being messy when she made the comment that she felt like Marquez and Trisha were still in love with each other because of how easily they were able to trigger each other. Mel lets Trisha know that it was a joke, but also it was a joke that every person in the room has joked about. And if she's messy, then everybody here is messy, including the person they're all waiting for, which is Nell, who's having this event. And then, of course, here comes Kimmy butting in, trying to clean up what Mel has said to make it more palatable for Trisha. And Trisha's like, no, that's not how I feel. I don't feel that everybody else here is messy, just you. Mel doubles down on her point and says, well, if you think that I'm messy, then you think everyone here is messy, including Nell. And Trisha responds with, no, that's not how it is. Trisha, let's call a spade a spade. All of y'all are messy. You've been messy since day one on this show. And Kimmy, your left-hand girl sitting right next to you, has been stirring the pot since day one of you being on this show. And Trisha, I think you should just be honest and tell everyone and yourself, just admit it to everybody that you don't like Mel. You have animosity towards Mel because of whatever you and Martell had going on at the end of Mel and Martell's marriage. Just tell the truth. You told a lie, you got caught, and it's coming back to bite you in your behind. But moving forward, in the confusion, Trisha talks about how she still thinks Mel is messy. Nobody else in the room is messy, just Mel, and she's going to say whatever she wants to say. Now, they cut to a confessional, and in the confessional, Trisha talks about how she had to give herself a pep talk before coming to stay calm. In my opinion, this scene was 100% planned. I feel like they all got together to try to jab Mel. It just is coming off that way. Like this was planned. Kimmy carried the bone. Trisha got beef under the pretense of, oh, I didn't like you saying me and my ex-husband were still in love. Well, mofo, y'all still in something because y'all still in a marriage and you ain't trying to let him go. So y'all still in something. And just the way that Tisha and Destiny were sitting there smirking and just watching and sipping their little drinks through their cheap ass straws. And who drinks wine out of in a wine glass with a straw in it? I don't understand that one. But moving forward, they continue to go back and forth. Mel repeats that it was a joke. Kimmy again stirring the pot, but at the same time pretending like she's trying to clean it up. And Trisha is really getting irritated, and so is Melody. And the more on 10 Trisha gets, the more on 10 Mel gets. And I'm almost positive Mel called Trisha a bitch because Trisha makes the comment, then we both bitches sitting here, da 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 da. And I just think she's just angry for nothing. Like her anger is just so misplaced, and she really needs to go to therapy. Trisha, in my opinion, needs therapy. She needs some anger management and some grief counseling so she can heal herself, because this ain't a good look. It's not a good look at all. But as Destiny's sitting there with a smirk on her face, she's like, I don't like the energy here. You guys are going to have to calm down. Nell's going to be arriving soon. And Mel responds with, the energy will be fine when Nell gets here. And Mel lets Trisha know that she's messy and that she's shady. And the bone collector, Shady Boots herself, Kimmy, is sitting in her confessional saying, everyone just needs to be held accountable for what they said and done. I'm really hoping that includes her and her husband, because there are so many holes in their entire marriage and what they show us on this TV show. Outside of the things that we see on social media, just what they show on the TV show, her stuff is messy, and her husband need to hold each other accountable and let us see that. Mel lets Trisha know, due to her energy, she's going to be bringing the same energy. Trisha says she doesn't give two fucks, and Mel responds with, I don't give a fuck either. In my opinion, like I said, Mel called her a bitch during that back and forth. And Kimmy just keeps stepping in, just made it worse and awkward and weird. And then Destiny butting in about energy. Ma'am, you're always bringing your quote unquote bullshit ass big dick energy, and it's always bad. It's bad. It's bad dick energy that Destiny brings. Anywhere that woman is, the energy is bad. The vibe is bad. She's bad juju, in my opinion. Mel says she didn't have a problem when she invited Tisha to mimosas with Melody, and however, her energy does not work in her life. Mel lets the group know she will be not speaking to Trisha again. And in the confessional, Mel says Trisha's tone is like she knows her and that she can play in her face. And Mel said basically she's not the one nor the two, and she can't play in her face, and she's not going to talk to her like that. She also says that Trisha may be used to talking to people in her life like that, being aggressive to men and the folks in her life, but she's not going to be that way with her. And I 100% agree, because Trisha came on the show under false pretenses as being Stormy's friend. And I feel like they all knew that this woman had slept with Martell, and they were hoping to bring her on, spill that tea to Mel, and Melody fall apart. But she didn't. She didn't fall apart, because you can't break her. You can try, but you can't break her. You can't break that lady's spirit. And that's what I love about Melody. As the disagreements are settling down, here comes Sunny, and Destiny looks like she wants to pass out. Sunny speaks to the group and takes a seat next to Mel, and the stink faces that Mel and Sunny are giving the rest of the ladies of the group is freaking priceless. Priceless. And then the show ends right there. Basically, what I have picked up and I'm about to put down in this video for everybody about this scene is these women have a real issue with Melody. They have a real problem with her, and on screen it comes across as jealousy, hatred, and envy. And those three things right there, that's not good. None of that's good. And I'm so thankful that Melody is a person that prays and stays prayed up, because when she's in these people's presence, they don't mean her any good, and they can't even control it any longer. Before, they were able to fake their way through it and pretend like, oh, we care about you, Mel. But right now, this day and time, they can't even hide it anymore. I don't even think they want to hide it anymore. They're just full throttle hate for Melody, and they are willing to do and say and participate with anything and anybody to bring her down to their level. And it's a shame. I'm going to wrap it up right here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you for joining me. I'll be dropping another video later on today, and we will be recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville, the season finale, tomorrow night. I hope you enjoyed your time in Pandora's Playpen. Have a good night.